Hey, what's up, everybody? We just got FSD 14.2 on our Model Y, our 2023 Model Y Performance. And we're going to test how well it does here in the rain on the Las Vegas Strip. We're down here at Town Square. First, we're going to head to Superchargers nearby and see how well it does with Supercharger destination parking. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, it's a little close, but definitely enough room to clear the truck. We also have the F1 races happening right now, so there's going to be a lot of lane closures on the strip, and we'll see how well 14.2 handles those. So far, I haven't really noticed any brake stabbing or so stopping for these pedestrians right here. That was perfect. So far, I haven't seen any brake stabbing or any jittering, hesitations with the brakes. I haven't noticed any lane selection hesitation, no jerkiness on the wheel. So far, for all of the 14 versions, this one is definitely the smoothest. Okay, looks like it's clear for us to go now. See, due to the rain, we have a poor weather detected notification here. It says FSD supervised may be degraded. It's normal to see this notification. It's not going to stop us from using full self-driving. It can operate in the rain. You will notice that a lot of times it's more cautious. It'll be more careful with speed. It'll give more braking time. Okay, we're going to do a left turn at this roundabout. Slowing down to a good speed for the speed bumps. Okay, we did just get cut off by another car at a stop sign, and FSD handled it perfectly. It didn't overreact. It just had a slow creep until that car got out of our way. We do have a left turn here with no stop sign. Today we're going to be doing all of the testing in the hurry profile, which I've noticed that, so we've got pedestrians here on the right we need to watch for, and then we have this truck, and we're going to be turning left here, so we can go now. Perfect. I've noticed all of the speed profiles are a little bit nerfed, so they're not going to speed as much. I find lately that hurry on average goes about 5 to 10 over, generally hovering about 5 to 7 over on city streets, and then around 10 miles per hour over on the highway. So for Las Vegas, hurry keeps me going with traffic as much as possible. Okay, it looks like we don't have any huge gaps here, so we're going to pull in between these two vehicles. Going real slow, deciding to straighten out here. And there we go, perfectly centered. You can look at that. You can't get any more centered than that. Reversing all the way up. Perfect. Okay, so let's test the New York. I don't believe that they're closed off due to the races, but we can test out that location. Take me to the New York hotel. Looks like it didn't recognize. Take me to the New York hotel. Okay, so we're not getting voice recognition, so I'll just go ahead and we'll type it in here. Let's see. Actually, let's go to where are we at here? So let's go down. Here we go. So I'm going to select the New York Hotel and Casino. Let's set that destination. And while it's figuring out the route, I'm going to go ahead and hit start, and we'll kind of see how it routes us here while we're waiting for. There we go. Looks like we got our route. Okay, the car saw this lady wanting to cross the road, saw her intent, and went ahead and stopped for her. Looks like we're going to be making a right and then getting onto the highway. Really smooth right turn. Okay, let's check what we've got here. We've got park selected, and let's do curbside. Since we're going to the hotel, let's see what it's like having the vehicle drop us off at the front. We should stay in this exit lane as our exit is Tropicana. Okay, merging over to the right. And we've got the green light, so go ahead and continue right. Vehicle doing a good job. Trying to get us over to the left here for this exit. And it does. Look at that. Really impressive. We want to be in this rightmost left turn lane as well. All right, we've got the green line. We need to watch for vehicles turning right here. Perfect. Coming through, we've got cabs on the right. We need to stay in the center. Valet's on the left. So we want to stay in this lane that we're in right here. This is perfect. We need to watch out for doors opening and pedestrians. Okay, so it looks like it's dropping us off right here. Perfect. Okay. Perfect curbside drop off. Now let's head to, let's try to go to Top Golf. Take me to Top Golf. Okay, we've got our own lane here, so we can go ahead and turn with this traffic coming. And the car does that. We need to watch out for people crossing here. Looks like there's nobody, so we're good to keep going until the stop sign. Okay, stopping and continuing to go as it was checking to make sure that the vehicles on the left were turning right and not left. One of them was starting to behave like he was going to turn left, but then went right. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Let's select parking lot for Top Golf. Then it looks like we've got a slowing down here for that speed bump. Those are large speed humps, so 14 miles per hour is plenty fine. And then we'll be making a right turn onto Las Vegas Boulevard. There are cones here we'll need to go around, but it looks like traffic can go around. We might be able to, looks like it's trying to get over to the left to go around this cone, but we definitely have enough space. We also need to watch out for pedestrians, which it is doing here. But this left turn signal might be confusing people. Let's see. It's clear now. Awesome. Perfectly done. We've got the green light. We can go ahead and make a right here. And then we do need to make a left, so it's immediately getting over into this left lane. Perfect. That's exactly what it needed to do. really good job turning left here. Okay, it looks like the car's trying to go right, to merge right here. Because there are vehicles not going, but they did start moving ahead of us, so then it decided to stay in this lane. This is a really good test environment because you're going to have a lot of traffic and a lot of people that don't want to let you merge. So it's really good to see how well the car handles all those situations. Okay, so we've got cars speeding and cutting in ahead of us. No overreaction. FSD 14.2 handling it all perfectly. Okay, we've got a left at this next light. We need to again watch for more cars trying to cut into the left. All good. Look at that. Okay, the car initiating the turn through that yellow light. Looks like we do have some emergency vehicles to the left. So I'm not sure if this road is closed. It says no track. So Top Golf rideshare only. No track access. So this is let's see. So we might get cut off here. I'm not sure if they're going to let us go through to Top Golf, but we'll see how well it handles it. All right, heading to Top Golf. Is it closed?
You want Top Golf?
Yeah.
I guess you go straight.
Go straight? Okay. Looks like it's rerouting us. We're doing a detour here, so it didn't take us to Top Golf, which is strange, even though we did have access. So it might have thought that that was closed. And interesting. So it's stopping here and parking. There's no parking here. So that's strange. Let's go ahead and head to, let's try Circus Circus. Take me to Circus Circus. Okay. So I think we need to follow this detour. We'll see how well it does. Looks like we can go right here. So that was very interesting. Wild situation where Top Golf was open, but they were kind of managing traffic there and turning people around. I think the car thought that it was closed. We're slowing down here for that bump real nicely. Ooh, that was really, really well done. It looked like it might have been filled with water, so that was an impressive slowdown. But so it did, once it did realize that there were detours and issues, it's like it was strange. It chose the detour, which I'm not hating, but then just went ahead and put us into park. So I wonder if that has something to do with the destination being nearby and it just choosing to park. Okay, I believe we can go into this lane here. It is closed off behind us to the left, but we do have an opening for this lane right here where this car is pulling ahead of us. So I wonder if we'll follow the lead here. No, it's still waiting to get into this other lane. So very strange behavior. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that. Okay, we do have a lane here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take over and get us going. We were holding up a lot of vehicles behind us, and we just need to get through this light and continue on. We had an open lane for the right turn that the car was not taking. Really good job slowing down for this SUV cutting across. Okay, we are in hurry mode and we are stopped here with this green light, so the car is trying to get around perfectly. Handled well. As you can see, there's a intersection blockage here. And then we have this SUV cutting across to the right. So complete mayhem down here, but it's not tripping up the car right now. Okay, we're getting over to the right. We want to stay in this lane. Perfect. All right, so getting on to I-15 in hurry mode. And it looks like we'll be taking the Sahara exit, which I believe is open. Some of these, I think Spring Mountain up ahead, and some of these are closed down. Did have a motorcycle cop passing us on the left. Speed limit for I-15 right now here is set to 55. We do have our exit coming up in less than 2 miles though, so it seems like the car is comfortable with this speed for hurry mode and preparing to get off to the right, which it is. Perfect. The actual speed on this highway is 65. The speed limit sign on the screen is still showing 65, even though the digital signs are showing 55 at the moment. Now it has switched to 55. Still continuing to go the same speed. Yeah, so that was really interesting behavior approaching Topgolf with the road closures. The car must have saw that they had that cone blocking the lane, and then when they moved it, must have assumed they moved it for us to exit on the detour. That's the best guess I can think of for it rerouting there, which isn't horrible. The only issue was it parking. That was kind of strange. Okay, we're waiting for a clearing here. And we should be able to go now. But it looks like it's wanting a little bit more room in that second lane before making a right turn. So that's the second time I've seen it nervous to get into this first open right lane on a right turn. We saw that after the detour as well. Okay, let's do curbside for Circus Circus and see where it takes us. Okay, so we're coming in the rear entrance for Circus Circus here. We do have a pull through. I'd like to see it continue all the way to the front. Okay, we've got a yield on yellow here. We should go after this vehicle. Perfect. I would like to see the vehicle continue to the front to hotel drop-off. Which it looks like it's doing based on the map. We have a crosswalk here. Two people just crossed, but it is clear. We did have somebody crossing the street, not in a crosswalk, with a scooter. They weren't in our half of the street, so the vehicle continued forward. Okay, the map looks a little crazy here, but we just need to come up here and park where these cars are for a drop-off. So hopefully it just does that instead of following all that looping around. Okay, it should pull forward here and then is coming in here to park. So this actually is pretty good for curbside, but it looks like we might be blocked in now. That was perfect. Like that drop off. Now let's head back to the let's head back to Town Square. Take me to Town Square. Okay, let's see what it does here. So we need to get out, but we've got these vehicles parked to the left, which we might actually have to reverse to get out of here. So we'll see what the car does. These vehicles definitely are off and not going to move. So we might have another disengagement here. We'll see. Yeah, I believe I'm going to have to disengage and reverse out. So let's see. We've got vehicles behind us, and we've got this vehicle to the left that's running. The two vehicles in the front are off. So we'll see what it does. All right, I'm going to go ahead and reverse. I'm not seeing any movement here with any of these vehicles. So I'm just going to head into reverse here. And we'll get us out of here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start self-driving now. So that's a situation. It needed to see that we were blocked in and reverse out of there. I don't mind waiting, but I can't sit there for, 5-10 minutes when there was a clearing for us to reverse out. Car doing a really good job figuring out this exit because it is a little strange. There's a garage with a barrier, but not getting tripped up by it. That's what options we have here. Okay, so we've got people coming from the left and the right on the sidewalk. We need to wait for them. The car sees them. And it could go now if it's quick. We got one more truck to the left. As soon as it passes, we're clear to go. Perfect. Okay, it looks like we can turn right on red here. And we'll be driving through by Resorts World and then turning left onto Sammy Davis Jr. Okay, slowing for the speed hump. Really good that it saw that. It's very dark and hard to see right now. I can really feel the difference in the lane selection confidence there. Like I felt it deciding whether it wanted to choose the left or the right left turn lane, and it smoothly made that decision without jerking the wheel or doing anything like that. So really impressed with that. In previous versions of FSD 14, I did notice a little bit of jerkiness in deciding which left turn lane to choose. So you can see we're on a 45 that's turning into a 35 here. We're in hurry mode. The car's not going crazy fast, especially it was actually going below the speed limit in that 45 right before it switches here to a 35, but it did move us around slower traffic and a longer line on the left. That's exactly how I would want that to behave. Doing a good job not reacting at all to that yellow light. Okay, so we went on Sammy Davis to Dean Martin, and now we're going to be turning onto Joey Bishop, so we're hitting all of the Rat Pack here. So we're in hurry, going 37 and a 35. I would like to see maybe the car maybe make a decision to go right, although we are speeding up a little bit. So 40 and a 35 is perfectly fine. Okay, now we're moving over to the right. Looks like it's moving back to the left. This must be due to navigation, although I think we'd be fine in either lane. We do have an emergency vehicle and lane closures up here, so we do need to stay in this left lane behind this vehicle. We're coming up on one of the frontage roads right in front of the Raiders Allegiant Stadium. Okay, we've got a bus stopped here, so we're getting back over into the left lane. Quick decisions to do all of the lane management for these lane closures and stopped vehicles. Okay, it looks like it's trying to pass this vehicle on the right again. I think we're past all the lane closures, so we should be fine. Okay, I put the blinker on because of that vehicle slowing, but then it turned, so we did not need to exit the lane. We have another vehicle slowing in front of us. A little hesitation to go around them, but now going around them just fine. I'm assuming that was due to assessing what they were going to do, making sure they weren't going to do a sweeping U-turn from that right lane. Okay, so it looks like it has us turning right here on Sunset. And then it looks like we'll be doing a U-turn up ahead. The lane to the left is clear. We do need to merge around this stopped vehicle. Perfectly handled. Alright, we've got the green arrow. We should be doing a U-turn here. No issue. Got 3 lanes here to do a U-turn, real easy. Then we'll need to get out of this right turn only lane. do have a vehicle doing a U-turn in front of us. And now it's realizing we need to move over one more lane to go straight. And now we're turning into Town Square, our destination. We've got park on the street selected, so it should find us available street parking. Okay, we do have one spot here, but it has us going through the stop sign. So it did not take that open parking spot. I am setting the mall itself as the destination and not a specific store. So it kind of just sets its own destination marker in here. But I do like to see how well it is able to find street parking. Okay, this is valet here. So we can't street park here. And so I'm going to go ahead and take over. And let's try to re-engage here and see what happens. I'm going to set this as the destination again. And it looks like it's just routing us in a circle. So, an unfortunate situation where I'm setting the destination as just the mall itself and it's wanting to take me to valet. Let's see, we've got the right blinker on here. Maybe it's gonna take one of these open spots. I think it will. I think it's going to. Look at that, perfect. We got a lady standing in the lane. But it did get us in here. It did not park really well. We're kind of in between two lanes here. We would need to pull up forward to actually park. So I'm going to go ahead and pull us forward here a little bit to get off that line. So we're not blocking a second. You can see that line now. So just because the lady was standing in the lane in this parking spot might have been the issue there. But either way, pretty impressive drive with FSD 14.2 so far. We did run into some situations where it just wasn't able to figure it out. Like that first, the Top Golf that we went to, we saw that there were lane closures and it was real tight. We did tell them we were going to Top Golf, so they opened up the lane for us, but I think the car was already confused, so it just went ahead and turned right and went on a detour and then just parked off to the side of the road on that detour. So interesting behavior there. We did see when it came out of that detour, we also had an open lane to our right that the car wasn't wanting to take. So I did have to take over there. Unfortunately, we did have a pile of a line of cars behind us. There's probably 4 or 5 cars behind us. I didn't want to just make them miss an entire light to see what that would do. So I did have to disengage there. No critical disengagements at all. And then the last disengagement was leaving Circus Circus. So it perfectly got us curbside at Circus Circus, but then did it in a way that we were blocked in. And so when I set the next destination, it was just sitting there with the blinker. It wasn't going to move. So I did have to reverse out of there and take over there as well. Other than that, it handled all of the driving perfectly. Our first destination at the Charger handled perfectly. Second destination at New York was handled perfectly. Took us right to the front. Yeah, very happy with this version. The main thing that I'm really happy about is the confidence really feels like it's there now. You're not noticing any tapping at four-way stops on the brakes, second guessing if it's clear, not noticing any jerking of the wheel back and forth for multiple left turn lanes. So yeah, I think all of that has been improved majorly, and I really hope this version goes out wide. We'll see how soon Tesla AI makes this go wide. But I would imagine if there's any more iterations on 14.2 before it goes wide, it'll be quick, at most maybe 2. So we'll just have to wait and see. But really impressed with what you did, Tesla AI. Thank you.